Once you taste the freedom, let me put it that way. Once you taste the freedom, you'll want more.
Buon tardi, buen dia, whatever time it is for you. My name is Gisela. I'm your host today, and you are tuning into our VOX podcast, which is a podcast made by youth and for youth. This is an episode where we have Ishmael as a guest speaker. And Ishmael, before we get started, I wanted to ask, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, like she said, my name is Ishmael. Thank you for having me on the podcast. And a little bit of myself, I go to APE, I'm studying accounting, and my main goal is to become a police officer.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for sharing that. So, just a very quick thing, people. We're going to be working with statements today, which means that we have a certain topic, and I'm going to be asking Ishmael different questions just to hear his opinion a little bit more, right? So, on that note, Ishmael, the topic today is stay home or move out. So, how are we feeling about that? Would you rather stay at home or move out?
Well, with the economy of today, I think staying home is better. But if it wasn't so, I would say move out.
Okay. And when you say move out, would you want to be in an apartment, a house, something big, something small?
Well, the main goal is to have my own house. But I think taking it step for step would be having my own apartment first, and then slowly building up.
Okay. And how do you feel about having a roommate?
A roommate. Um, I will think that I won't mind that would be. I guess it would be okay, but at a certain point, it'll start getting weird because you want again your own space.
Okay. And when you say having your own space, can you kind of guide us? What does that look like?
Yeah, I would say more like, because usually when you have your own space at home right now, you think it's like your own bedroom and that's about it. But when I'm saying own space, I'm thinking, you could have music playing loud in your house and nobody's going to tell you to turn it down. Or being able to eat food, not have to worry about somebody come around and snatch a fry from you.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Know that feeling. Yeah. Okay. So technically, just having your own personal space,
Yeah.
having your own things in there. All right. And what would you say are some benefits of staying home?
Benefits of staying home would be saving your money. That'll be one. Second, you don't have to worry about buying food. You practically get food in the house all the time. And I think the other would be if, let's say, put your cup patcher and your family or family member in the house is feeling sick, you don't have to worry about locking up your house to constantly go by them. You're already there. You just take care of them.
That's such a nice sentiment. Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I have some more difficult questions over here. Are there any pressures or expectations that influence your choice to want to move out?
Pressure, I would say like adulthood.
Could you elaborate what you mean by that?
Well, lately, as I'm entering APE and you see grown women, grown men, and then you're looking for a job and your house, again, also have grown women, grown men, you start getting the nagging that you want to be the adult. You want to live on your own. You want to be those grown women and grown men. So, yeah, I think that's where the motivation there come from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Glad that you say motivation because I was just about to ask, is that something that you get excited about or is it something that is a little bit scary maybe?
I mean, in the beginning, it's kind of exciting. It's like, I live on my own, finally. But then when you have the reality that sets in, you're going to realize like, wait, that's a lot of responsibility because then you have to pay for your own electricity, your own water, your own Wi-Fi, and then you have to budget on your own if you want to do stuff crazy like traveling or enjoying the Uber Carnival. It's a lot. And so then that kind of gives you a demotivation, but not, in my sense, not too much because I still want it from home.
Okay. And could you, I mean, I know you personally a little, so I also know that you started working at some point, and when you started getting money that was coming in,
Right.
did it give you any type of, maybe motivation is not the word, but did it start to get you excited about being able to afford your own things, or did you actually notice that it wasn't quite enough to, get by?
Well, yeah, like I said, I have started working a little bit for myself, making my own pocket money, what people in Senecas would say. And again, I'm studying in economics. So the amount of money you're getting is minimum wage. So I won't say that will motivate you to live on your own. But if you're a person that's good at saving and budgeting, I would say it may give you a little insight on thinking of that side.
And would you say that you are good at saving and budgeting?
As of right now, no.
Okay, that's an honest answer.
But I feel like once I get a good stable job and going to school and having my time managed properly, I think then yes, the option on living on my own will be there.
Awesome. I'm glad that you mentioned school once again because it got me wondering, do you feel like it's feasible or sustainable to balance work and school at the same time, or do you feel like on Aruba that is very difficult?
Well, okay, I go to APE, so having that feasibility, especially with my school, where they allow you to go work and then miss a few days of school, and then you can always get back with those lessons. It's kind of nice, but I'm thinking if I were to have a stable job and a stable income, and not like a minimum wage, but a stable income, I feel like going to school and then going to work would be okay because
it would feel worth it. I can imagine.
Because you're balanced.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I have any more spicy questions. Do you feel like moving out but also having a job, is that more about freedom or practicality? So you said that you would rather move out, right? That's the ideal thing, even though there's benefits to staying home as well. Do you feel like the sense of freedom that comes with moving out is the higher,
Yeah, actually.
Or
the sense of freedom is, well, the sense of freedom is quite, how to say, once you taste the freedom, they put it that way. Once you taste the freedom, you'll want more.
Yeah. So you want to keep that up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. When you hear the word independence, what does that mean to you? Or what comes to mind for you?
Oh, that's funny you say that, because lately I've been going through a lot of independent moments where I have to realize, okay, certain things which I used to do with other people or with other things is now gone. And that's part of growing up. You realize that certain things, it's best to do it on your own than having somebody else do it for you or with you. Because
could you give an example of that? Because I do think I follow what you're saying, but I would love to.
Well, I'm gonna bring up school again.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in my class, it had a moment where I was helping my class in a sense of any type of information, valuable information from our director. I would personally go up to the director, find out more information, and then relay the information to my group from school, my classmates. But after a situation that happened, and that I realized that this class was just taking my help for granted, is when I realized, it's best to be independent and just tell them deuces.
Okay, so to just move on your own.
Yes.
Kind of do your own thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And if we're looking back to moving out or staying home, then when you look at independence,
I think that would be, again, basically living your own, because then you don't have to worry about a bunch of people telling you certain things. You just have your own space, your own time. You can do it things in your own way as well.
Going back to that freedom and that personal space,
Yeah.
do your own thing. Okay, awesome. Okay, now here's just I guess a visionary question. If you could, kind of design your house or your apartment or your space however, you want, what would it look like?
A typical modern Aruban house.
And what does that mean, a typical modern urban house?
So lately, Aruban houses, they completely forget about having a yard. They
So you
just
would want a
open.
yard.
And then especially with the garage, they don't even bother put a garage door no more. Just like open garage. Also, the house will be a little bit elevated
Okay.
because of rain in Aruba, and especially with the dirt that we have, it creates those, I don't know what you call it.
Like little streams of water
Yeah.
that get in. Mhm.
And having that with your house low, you'll have a lot of dirt in your porch or your garage all the time. So that eliminates that. And then of course, your house is completely AC'd.
Okay, yeah. In this current weather climate, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got the yard. What would you use the yard for?
Yes.
What would you use it for? Because now I'm curious. You said you would want a yard, right? Or did I misunderstand that?
What?
A yard with your house?
I don't follow.
Oh, I thought you maybe wanted a yard with your house.
No, that's what I mean. Like usually Arubans will build they fence then, sorry.
Ah, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the now modern Aruban house, they don't even bother to do that. Just open yard. You can just pull up whenever or however and get inside. Yeah.
I misunderstood. I thought maybe you wanted a yard for like the typical, going back to the 2000s. Where
No,
you have your
no.
barbecues and the family over,
If you
things
want,
like
you
that.
can also build a porch as well, which now of course will be in the back. And yeah, just being open. And I don't know if I were to ever get land and build my house, I would actually like it to be out back.
Okay.
Because then you have to worry about traffic or noise or whatever happens on the inside of the island. Just have to just enjoy the nature here, bro.
Oh, okay. So you're a nature guy. You like to have the nature. Okay, that's nice. Okay. Which do you still feel? I mean, both you and me were from San Nicolas. Do you still feel that sense of nature,
Yeah,
neighborhood, or?
I mean, I still live in Lago Heights, but I have an aunt that lives by Baby Beach, and in the back of her house is just nature.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that theme because then you don't have to worry about or know that you have neighbors around you that's up under you and you don't really have privacy as well. You can practically stand outside in the backyard and just look out into nature. Also another thing, I like looking at nature. You know, kind of
Okay.
understand the theme of why I said the fence.
Yeah.
The fence. Because I kind of want goats practically walk through my yard.
Oh, that's nice.
Or seeing an eagle, a Reuben eagle fly over.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, seeing a wada wada, if it's just the eagle. Or the kini kini or whatnot.
That's awesome. And the beach, is that also a factor? Something you would wanna?
The
You like
beach-
going to the beach, or that's not really?
I like going to the beach, but, the sun is something.
Ah,
And if you're a person that goes to the beach, you'll know the sun changes its color real quick.
that's very true. Okay, thank you for sharing a little bit of your world and how you view it.
Yeah.
If I can give my personal opinion as well, I just like you, I also really like the idea of being in nature and all of that. But if I'm bringing up the more, I would say, challenging or spicier topic, us young people, when we look at grounds or the prices of houses right now, it's sometimes a little bit,
Yeah.
it can be a bit demotivating. Is that how you feel as well, or do you still see
I mean,
at the end of the tunnel?
I do not know much about how much a land costs in Aruba. I've heard about it. Basically, you can be only a millionaire to have a land in Aruba. But to answer your question, if it's demotivating, not really. I think if a normal human being who's not Aruban can get land here, or my mom actually, if she can get land, I think I can get land too.
We're very happy to hear that. Yeah. it's good to still have that hope and to have that motivation going on. Okay, I think we're going to ask a few more questions, maybe one or two.
Sure.
We're going back to the topic of staying at home. You already mentioned some of the benefits, but what are some disadvantages or challenges that you face staying home or being at home?
I think that would be. I think that would be the fact that you don't really have the freedom to leave your house. And the reason why I say that, because I currently live with my grandma, right? And although I'm 18 and I can move around in the house freely and leave and come back as I please, there is a certain time, because she's old fashioned. So if you don't be back in the house by this time, expect the front door to be locked. So, and I had many altercations that way, but I didn't mind because I always had a spare key just hidden somewhere in the bush. But in that sense, you gotta hereby by the person, because they like to hit you the sentence of my roof, my rules. So yeah,
Okay.
that's one.
Oof. Honestly, Ishmael, I think that is enough questions for me, but I am curious if you have any advice for people your age about this topic in particular, staying home or moving out. What would it be?
Staying home, moving out.
It doesn't necessarily have to be advice, but maybe just a comment or something you want to share with the viewers.
I would say get stable.
Get stable.
Why I say get stable? Because again, with the economy of this world, actually not just Ireland, the world, if you're not stable with your own time, if you're not stable with your own finance, if you're not stable with what you do, you'll never be. That's one. And yeah, it would mess you up.
Okay.
So I would say get stable, get your time managed, get your finance stabled, get your activities in order. Because if let's say the time comes and you're ready to move out of your house and into an apartment, you're already able to manage putting that time and effort into it because you already have your finance on the side ready for it.
Yeah.
You already have your time set for it, and you already have your activities spaced out to put that extra time in it, extra thingamabobby in it.
Oh, very nice. Thank you for sharing it, Ishmael.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. That's pretty much it for our first episode. Thank you, Ishmael, for being here and for participating.
Thank you for having
Stay
me.
tuned for more episodes and looking forward to seeing you all again. Bye.